Warning: this podcast is intended to solely be entertainment and does not contain any real news or facts about the current pandemic. This podcast contains adults using adult language. If you are offended by political and/or religious humor, then this podcast is not for you. And you may need to lighten up. Just a bit. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Adam and John Pandemic Podcast. I'm Adam.
And I'm John.
And today we're going to talk about pandemic panic or just plain stupidity. And I can tell you right now, I've already pulled out all of my hair watching the stupid things people have done during this pandemic.
Okay.
Ripped
I
it
have
out.
not, but I have it. It's just...
Ripped it out. The audience doesn't know what you have under that hat.
That is actually true.
You could have a giant afro.
Right.
You could have like Wendy red pigtails. We don't know.
All right. So the next show, the three people that watch, I will try not to have something on my head.
Well, let's see.
Cheers.
It's part of the fun. Is what is under John's hat? There's like a chicken. We don't know.
Chicken. No chicken.
So
cock? No.
Whoa, you gotta.
Oh, when I.
Oof. So
Fighting cock. I have one outside.
Oh, what?
It used to be. I love South Carolina. Fighting Gamecocks.
Oh,
Go Cocks.
Go Cocks, indeed.
I've said cock about 12 times now.
Yeah, you're going for the record. What is that? We have to look that up. We got to look up the Guinness World. There's got to be a Guinness World Record of
most cocks.
Most cocks said in a 30-second time period.
No, I don't. That's too short. Most cocks said. I don't know. Let's see if anything comes up. No, nothing. Rooster.
No,
everything you need to know about the penis.
What?
All right. Let's.
How much do we need to know about the penis?
Curved dicks or straight dicks? Google the cock and anchor. It's a book.
What? The fuck book is that? Anyways,
I don't know.
This is a good segue into our conversation about stupidity.
Amen.
So I can't help but notice that there are a lot of stupid people out there, John.
Wow.
And I feel like
sure?
This pandemic is just exacerbating their stupidity.
Well, absolutely. I would agree with that. I would totally agree with that. And I would add that you would think that, I know a lot of people are pushing forth this idea that this pandemic is some kind of culling or, like Darwinism at its best. No.
Because it's not killing enough of the dumb people.
No, the dumb people will live.
Yeah.
The dumb people and the cockroaches will always live.
Yeah.
So it's us good people. We're the ones that suffer.
You know what? At this point, just take me.
We were just talking about that at dinner. I said, like that, and I can't even believe I'm going to reference this, but The Happening.
Oh, God.
You ever see that movie?
I unfortunately did. Where the trees got angry.
No, it was the wind, but the most amazing part of that...
Was it the wind?
Is but the most amazing part of that film is that people actually believed that Marky Mark was a scientist. The whole
That was the
movie, there's a video.
least of the problems of that movie.
No, that was the worst. No, you don't understand. The whole movie was, what? What do you mean? I don't know. That's the whole movie. There's a video on YouTube. We should start linking to other channels that actually get watched.
What? There are people who watch things on YouTube?
Apparently, YouTube is the next big
Well,
thing.
now I'm insulted.
But seriously, we were saying, you know what? Because we have somebody in the house. I'm not going to get into the details, but it's my father-in-law, and he's scared, shitless of all this. And he was asking the other day, well, should we leave the windows open? I said, if we've got to worry about leaving the windows open, I'm going to go lay down on the front lawn right now. Just let it come.
I think
good.
You should leave the window. On a nice day like today, you should open the windows.
Oh, I have the windows open. The windows are open. I mean, I've got the blinds here, but the windows are open.
No, I'm recirculating the disease.
Well, you're in the basement. You're in your cave. You're in your man cave.
Right.
I don't have a man cave. I have a man bedroom that I have to share with a woman.
That doesn't count.
Not really either of those things.
Not at all. So I went to the supermarket today.
Okay.
Which
one? Are we going to throw a plug?
Stop and Shop. If you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you.
I go there too, so yeah.
So, if you want to see the dumbest people in the world, go to a Stop and Shop during a pandemic on a Saturday. And I'm including myself in because I knew that this was going to be a shit show, and I went anyway.
Did you wear a mask?
Of course I wear my mask.
What kind of mask are you wearing?
I wear a cloth mask.
Okay, so you're being respectful to the essential employees, the healthcare workers.
Right, yeah.
You don't have like a whole horde of N95s hidden in the back there that you don't even know how to put on anyway. Because, right.
I'm not. Cool. What's the governor of Florida's name?
Asshat.
Yeah, Asshat McFuckface. Yeah. So, I'm in the supermarket and.
Okay.
You have to wear. We're in New York. You have to wear masks of some kind.
Yes.
In public.
Correct.
So the first thing I see is this dumb bitch walking around, and she's got to be 50 years old, right?
Don't pull any punches. Right for the throat.
She's got what? She has like one of those surgical masks, fine.
Okay.
But it's hanging off of one ear, and she's eating something. While walking through the store.
I went, that's funny you should say that because I was at Target this morning. Mother, please.
If you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you.
Yes, absolutely. And same thing. The girl had like a Starbucks drink. So she's walking around the store with the mask down here and the fucking straw in her face.
Yeah. Like that doesn't count as wearing a mask, you dumbasses. So now they make an announcement that it is not optional to wear a mask. You have to wear a mask or you have to leave the store.
Most places have signs.
Then this place does too. This does too. But they also were making announcements because there's too many fucking idiots who can't read, apparently.
Well, I've been going to Stop and Shop once a week, and up until this last weekend, most of the people at the store, no mask.
No, agreed. And they're bringing children in with them.
Whole fucking family. Oh, yeah. Sunday affair. I usually go on Sundays because that's the day off. Whole affair. Oh, let's all go to the store. What a great idea. Let's all get sick and die.
People are asses. So I'm going to focus on this woman, although she's not the only one.
All right.
But she has her mother with her.
Is she a Karen?
I don't know. I don't like popular culture, so I don't. It took me a while. I didn't really understand what that was.
You have daughters. I have a 9 going on 10, going on 15 daughter, and everybody's a Karen. So just gut feeling. It's like the Hall of Fame. Gut feeling. Karen?
I guess so.
Okay,
but not exactly because she wasn't. Because Karen's typically like. Excuse me. I've got the Rona. If you've got.
You got Rona.
I got Rona. So. Karens usually are more combative, right? And they have like this. I guess it's a sense of entitlement. So in that respect, I guess this woman fits in with that.
Am I spoiling it by asking you? Did you confront this woman about her mask usage?
I did. Eventually.
Ah, here we go.
I did eventually.
Yes.
So it took a while because I mean the minute I walked in there, it took all of my willpower not to just start punching people in the face.
I know.
But I didn't want to catch anything. That's the only reason I didn't.
You don't want to get the Rona on your hand.
I didn't want to get hand covered in Rona. So she's got her mother with her, and her mother's on crutches.
Oh, for God's sake! So compromised person,
right? And
she needed to be there,
right? And first of all, they can't figure out, and they're not the only ones. I'm just using them as the example because they were the most egregious.
Okay.
Can't figure out. There are arrows on the floor pointing in the direction they want you to go. On the loudspeaker, they're talking about that there are arrows, so each aisle is one way, and to stay 6 feet away as best you can.
I'm gonna stop you there for a second, though. All right. So, like, I'm rolling through the store. Yeah. I want to get in there. I want to get out of there.
And I get that.
I don't want to get the Rona. I pull up to the aisle, and about 1/3, maybe less, down the aisle is the shit I need, and there's an arrow pointing at me. Dude, I'm getting.
You gotta
stuff.
follow the fucking arrows.
Right.
This is the new world order.
I can't. New world order.
Yeah, I mean, at one point, I'm turning into an aisle because
wear masks.
I'm following the rules, and and there's this woman sitting there with a cart coming out the wrong way and just standing there, and I say as nicely as I can now, and I'm getting mad. I say, "Excuse me," and all you can see is you can't even see my.
But you can see the flames.
Excuse me.
The Darth Maul, like, orange eyes, glowing, like. Ah.
And she's like, "Oh, sorry, and I guess I'm going the wrong way." I said, "Yeah, I noticed." Anyway, back to the first couple. This woman and her mother.
How you have not gotten arrested in all these years. Or shanked.
I've been so good until today. And even today, I mean, I deserved a fucking medal for not saying what was on my mind. Of course, I'm not good. Like, I will mumble things out loud, though. So I'm like...
He says, you mumble things you think they don't hear you. You're saying them very loudly.
I'm saying them loudly, yeah. So this woman and her mother are the entire time, she's got this thing hanging down. When they said put the mask on, for 5 seconds she put the mask over her face, and then she immediately takes it down. The other one's stumbling around on crutches. At one point, again, they're going the wrong fucking way, down the wrong fucking aisle, and they're arguing with each other.
Okay.
And the daughter, the 50-some-odd-year-old, I'm guessing, says, "You know what, Mom? I'm sorry, but, I don't feel well." And the mother's like, "I don't feel well either." And I said, and this is what the breaking point was.
Here it comes.
I'm like, and I'm behind them now. And I move closer, and I say, "If you're not feeling well, you should get out of the fucking store." And I said, and while you're on your way, put on your goddamn mask!
I can't with you.
Fucking went down
and then the police officers came and escorted you out.
No. I mean, I was a hero, first of all.
What was her response?
I just got a dirty look. She didn't know how to respond.
Really? Yeah. All right, good for her. She didn't engage.
No. But, I mean, these are the kind of people. This is why this shit is never going to go away.
Agreed.
Because this dumbass Karen, I don't know, whatever you want to call her that, sure. I call her a piece of human shit.
Not to her face.
Yeah, why not?
No, I mean, like, did you actually?
No, I didn't. I just said, I wanted to get the fuck out of there.
But you used the fucking, okay.
Yes. Yeah, everything else was, that was what I said.
Good, fine.
So, there's a lot of people now, though, that, they don't understand. Like, these rules, they aren't even new here, right? This is shit that's been going on for a few weeks. We should be able to figure this stuff out. We should be able to figure this stuff out. And what else do we have? How many people in how many cities are protesting a virus? They're protesting a virus.
Oh my God.
So, like Wisconsin, I read about this today. Wisconsin had thousands of people at the state
Oh, I saw that.
capitol
Yeah.
protesting the stay-at-home orders. Now, I
Hmm.
get that the economic concerns for many people are very real.
Wait. Can I stop you for a second? So
Yes.
you're telling me that they're upset because their president didn't reopen the coal mining industry like he promised 4 years ago?
No, that I'm mad about that because he can't do anything wrong. But we'll get to that bastard in a little bit.
Just so we have a little bit of a
What are you doing? You're
um,
supposed to be
I'm
entertaining the
engaged.
masses.
I'm engaged. I'm trying to get
You're playing
them,
like Tetris on your
this
phone.
no, this is so low tech. We need to come up with a little bit more of a technical presentation here. Like, can you here, look.
No. Yeah, there you go. I
I
can't
know
really
it's
read what
washing
that
out.
says, though. Yeah. What does it say? Just read it to people.
It
This is
says
a podcast.
reopen. This was on the TV. Reopen Pennsylvania misspelled. Give me liberty or give me death. Hashtag we the people, but we're spelling it PEAPLE. People, we the people, like Apple, but with a P at the beginning of it.
Like, these are the
These
people that
are,
they
yeah, this is
deserve
the
to
people.
die.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
won't, but
And
they deserve
yeah,
it.
no, but if there was a God, if there actually was a God, they'd all be
They'd
taken
be
away from
dead.
us.
They'd be dead.
Yes. We'd have the
So,
reverse. We'd have the reverse. What was it called? The what was that event that was supposed to happen where everybody got sucked up into the sky?
the
Remember when we were kids?
Y2K? What are you
No,
talking
no,
about?
no, no, no. What was it called with the weird people?
Oh,
Um, the oh frig,
the Rapture?
should have the rapture. That's it. I think it's the rapture, the anti-rapture. Take all
But
the stupid people away.
yeah, the dumbass Rapture would be great.
The
How do
dumbass
we
rapture.
let's if you're going to organize something, don't organize a protest against your health. Organize the dumbass Rapture where we get rid of these fucking idiots. So
I'm
what's
surprised.
the point though?
I mean,
What's the point of this?
you remember, like in Florida, there have been instances where there's an incoming hurricane,
Hmm.
and the citizens of our great state of Florida felt that the best way to combat this dreadful hurricane was to pull out their firearm and shoot
Oh yeah, I
at the
forgot about
hurricane,
that.
to the
Yeah.
point where the police in the grand state of Florida had to say, please don't shoot at the sky.
Because the bullets come right back down. That's the thing they weren't thinking of.
So these are your people that are protesting. I'm surprised they're not protesting the Rona. Like
But
it's
here's
not
the
real.
thing, though. Why? And this is my biggest question. Why is it that seemingly, because it's all conservative groups, right? Why?
Yeah,
Why is it that conservative is now a synonym for fucknut?
batshit crazy.
Yeah, like they're just so like what are they doing? Like how is this a political issue?
Nazi.
Why is it? Why is it
Yes.
that conservatives, and if you look on Facebook, they're very quick to call Democrats or the liberals, as they like to label everybody,
Uh-huh.
sheep, right? Sheep.
Yep. Sheeple.
Yeah.
Sheeple.
Is that?
People.
Yeah. PEA.
Sheeple.
PLE.
There's a trend. There's a
Um,
trend.
but yet they're out there protesting measures put into place to help them.
They don't believe it's going to help them. They believe that a man who got put on a piece of wood and then supposedly came back to life is going to come back and help them. Them, only them, nobody else.
We're talking
That's what
about
they
the bunny
believe.
rabbit again, the Easter bunny.
Yeah, Easter Bunny died for our sins,
That was really
spreading
nice
eggs
of
to
him. That
all the
was so
children.
nice of him to do, really.
No, the super zombie, Jeebus.
Right.
He's gonna come and save them all.
But I
No,
mean,
they don't believe it. They think that it is no worse than the flu. And
how do we...
unfortunately,
Yeah.
it's they think because we'll use New York as an example. So, our government in New York
Mhm.
said that we needed a certain amount of hospital beds
Right.
for this surge.
Sure.
Well, the surge didn't come. So of course people are immediately saying that they were wrong.
Right.
That it's obviously not that big of a deal. But, it's like when you need something, you need it now. You can't get it when you need it. You have to
Right.
have it
Mhm.
before you need it.
Sure.
So people
Makes
don't
sense to
make
me.
that correlation.
Right. If you're doing the right thing, it always looks like you're overreacting.
Correct.
It's when
That
you
is
don't
true.
do the right thing or enough of the right thing.
People die.
Right. And now
Or
we've got
or they
these...
inject disinfectant into themselves directly.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on and talk about that. So, the president of the
I
United
was kidding.
States...
I was joking.
He said he was
I
being
was kidding.
he was using sarcasm. First of all, but
I'm
let's get to you're
sarcastic.
cutting.
It,
It's
it
it's
was
like it's like trying
tremendous.
to tell a joke around my wife. You're cutting to the punchline. It's annoying me. So
I will drink my drink in silence.
thank you. I think, can I mute you on this thing? How does that? How does this work? So so the president of the United States every day stands up at a podium somewhere, inside or outside, for these presidential press briefings, where
COVID task force.
he always... it's like 2 hours of a rally where all he does is make shit up.
Tremendous.
The other day, he misunderstood what the use of ultraviolet light and disinfectants were in fighting the coronavirus. He had a slide up, and they were clearly talking about disinfecting surfaces, and with this, the warm sunlight on the surfaces could maybe help kill the virus. This fucking idiot, who somehow was elected president of the United States of America, thought this killed the virus inside the human body. So first, he wants to take ultraviolet lights, shine it through the skin, or some other way of getting it into the body.
Well, I mean, he does have that lovely tan.
But that's a spray.
Is it?
If anything, though, that coating is probably what's protecting him from this
It's actually
virus.
it's Teflon.
Yeah. So he might be onto something, actually.
He just sprays himself with ham.
He might be onto something. That'll be his next thing. But
No, Adam, it's fake news.
yeah, and then we'll get to that too. So then I'm just setting the stage for those who look to us for the news and to get the latest
Oh,
information.
God help you all. God help you all.
Next, he starts talking about how household disinfectants can kill this virus miraculously, like in a minute, quote unquote. And then he starts pontificating out loud during a presidential press briefing. Maybe, if we could get this into the body, because it goes into the lungs and it does damage to the lungs, maybe we could find a way to inject it. And he looks over at the doctors who are in their seats like, oh, I'm like, don't look at me, like, don't make eye contact. So that's bad.
Oh, is that bad? That's what the
What's
definition of bad is?
worse? Yeah, that is the definition of bad. What's worse is
America.
His supporters still finding ways to defend that utter bullshit. Because they can't admit, you know what, I voted for a fucking idiot. Like, this guy's a moron. Like, oh my God. Everything else I could justify in my head, but what is he talking about now? They can't do it still. So they're so then and then the president comes back and says, "Oh, I was just being sarcastic." Let's
Maybe
pretend for a minute. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say maybe we're going about this all wrong. Maybe all the smart people should be like, "Oh yeah, no, that's a great idea. You should definitely do this."
I'll tell you what, I was about ready to start handing out Tide Pods at the supermarket today. Here, take this. It'll cure what ails
Just
you.
chew on this.
Yeah, this will be.
It'll cleanse you.
You're gonna. You don't feel good. Here you go. Take this, and I'm just gonna dump some Windex down her throat.
If there was any, you can't get any.
Can't even get it. Can't even get it.
Anyway.
No.
So they do.
Let's pretend for a minute.
Okay.
That this idiot was being sarcastic. We know it's not true. We know it's another lie. We saw the tape. Okay. Do you really want your president to make sarcastic comments about injecting disinfectants during a presidential press conference?
So, you know what? This is actually, I mean, this isn't funny, but there was actually a photo going around the internet the other day. I'm not going to take the time to find it now, but it was, I want to say it was of Johnson, President Lyndon B. Johnson, during the Vietnam War.
I mean, you've been talking about Cox a lot, so I thought you might have been talking about some other kind of Johnson. I'm glad you clarified.
Dong Johnson. No, President Lyndon B. Johnson.
Right.
And he was the president during bulk of the Vietnam War.
Sure.
And there's a photo circulating around of when he found out that I believe it's actually the same at that point. It was the same number of people had died in the Vietnam War as right now have died in the United States from COVID-19. And he just looked decimated. And you know what? Maybe he was faking it. It's a photo op. I don't believe that. But I think that's my problem. You want to say, okay, he's real. He shoots from the hip. He thinks it out in front of you. Okay, that's all well and good.
Yeah,
there is no civility.
No.
There is no compassion.
No.
There is no grace with this man at all.
No.
It's all
about him.
Yes.
It's all about him.
Yes.
The only person he cares about is himself.
Right. You don't want to get the Rona.
It would be so great if he did.
But apparently, living on a diet of McDonald's, again, love to have you as a sponsor, living on a diet of McDonald's apparently keeps you from getting the Rona.
And just lacquering yourself.
Spraying yourself with Pam.
It's the way to do it. But how is it that people can't just admit that was a stupid thing he said? Why can't they do that?
Because these are the same people that believe the guy saying, if you come to this church on Sunday and give me your money, you're not going to die. Well, I think we have several examples now of people doing that and then getting sick and dying. Ministers getting sick and dying. They think that I really do think it comes from that sense of entitlement. People think that the whole universe circles around them.
Yeah.
So they think there's no way that God would give me this because I'm too important to die.
Right. Here's the thing, people out there watching.
You're not special.
You're not important. No.
You're not important.
No. We're all...
What do you affect? Like 50 people in the world?
You watch a movie, right?
Yeah.
And there are the stars.
Yes.
Right? There are the minor characters. There's the bit parts.
Yep.
There's maybe a cameo here and there. And then there are the extras, which are essentially moving furniture, right? People that just are there to fill the background. That's the human race, people. That's what you are. You're an extra.
And you're the guy that's holding the mic in the back. You're the grip. You're not even on screen.
That's the boom operator.
Well, what's the grip?
Holds the mic. The grip puts moves just equipment around. And like
then you're the
builds
grip.
things and builds things.
You just move shit.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
the grip.
Yeah. Thanks. Can I be the best boy, Grip?
See, I set him up, you knock him down. Best boy. I want to be the best boy. I think I am the best boy.
You are the best
No,
boy.
none of us.
Oh, what a good boy.
Everybody thinks they're special,
Yeah.
and this is bad because this is that conservative Republican snowflake thing. But the
Right.
reality is that's one argument that they make is correct. You're not special.
Right. But
You're
they
not a
think
snowflake.
but they think that it's just the other
Right.
people on the political spectrum
It's
are
everybody.
special.
Mitch
Right.
McConnell is not special.
All right, Mitch
He's just
McConnell.
an angry old man.
First of all,
He's just an angry old man.
who knew that a human and a turtle could produce an offspring?
Well, that's Turtle the Turtle.
I was unaware. But look at him. And look at him thrive.
You want to talk about somebody who God, if God existed and could come and take someone from us, take him, please.
Yeah,
he's a monster.
God doesn't want him.
No,
you're looking at the other. You're looking at his friend down south. Yeah.
The other. Oh, what's his name? Governor Asshat.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. You know what? In all fairness,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look up the fucker's name because I can't. That's not right. We shouldn't make fun.
No, we should make fun of him.
We don't know the guy's name.
We should call him out by name.
We should give
I
his address.
just don't remember what his name. Post it. We'll post it here.
So show you exactly where to find him.
Yeah, Google Map it.
Ron DeSantis.
Ron DeSantis. That's it.
Ron DeSantis. Oh, his middle name is Dion, like Deion Sanders.
Why is he not cooler then? Like, that's the question.
He's a happening dude. He's a happening dude. Yeah.
No, he's terrible.
Oh, he's.
But now you had an issue.
Did you see when he smelled his finger in the press conference?
No, I didn't.
He was like talking. He was like, "Oh yeah."
Did he do like one of those things like Jason, what's his name, in Mallrats, where he stuck his hand down his pants?
Would you like a pretzel? Chocolate covered pretzel.
Sure.
No one was prepared for this. Our government, our federal government, knew this was coming to a point and didn't prepare us.
They're still
no.
They still don't know what the fuck they're doing.
No, drink Drano, people. Drink Drano.
But you know who should be thanked?
Who?
As being the real heroes. And again, I'm not...
All the celebrities that keep doing concerts for us in their living room, because I'm loving that. That's so great. I can't tell you how much I love it.
And I don't want to, discount the healthcare workers because they're knowingly putting themselves into harm's way during this.
They really are. They really
are. That being said, the true unsung heroes are the cashiers and people working at the supermarket because they've got to deal with the dumbest fucking people on the face of the earth. And with that, we're at time.
Oh, wow, that went fast.
My name's Adam.
I'm John.
And this has been another episode of the Adam and John Pandemic Podcast. So, we'll leave the question to you, the viewer, to decide. Pandemic panic or human stupidity? The answer's
wait.
The answer's stupidity.
Hey.
What?
Weren't we supposed to do how to get cum off your hands?
Oh, for fuck's sake.